Hey guys, it's Nelbo. Hi Anna, my cat's in my lap. So today I am doing the no disclaimers book tag, and there she goes. Okay, so first question: which tropes and books annoy you the most? Tropes. Okay, so if I'm thinking like, I don't know if it's just romance tropes, but I'll go with that. Like, when it's miscommunication, it's like the whole reason things happen. I hate those types of tropes. Or affairs. When that's like the main focus of the book, I hate it. I think it focuses on bad things in the world or stupid things, and I think you should know about those things, but I don't think you should focus on it. Two, which writer do you feel is overrated or overhyped? So, I'm not, I never focus too much on like authors in particular. Um, I guess I'll go with whoever wrote the To All the Boys. I loved before, like the book where they send the letters. I I didn't like the movie. Um, that's a type of trope I don't really like, either. I don't, and it can be done well, but I don't think that one was. So I'll go with that. Writer, author, I don't know who it is. Honestly, I know a lot of like, and maybe I would have liked it when I was younger, but I didn't like it when I watched it or anything like that, and it became a movie. So I'm picking them just to pick someone. What are your least favorite books you've read since joining BookTube? That would be so at the end of the year last year, I was reading The Jungle Book. I wasn't a fan, which I'm not really a fan of The Jungle Book in general. So that would be one. The other one, so I gave it bad star rating, was Shatter Me, which I know people love. Please don't come after me. I want to reread it to see if I could get into it because it might have just been a reading slump. Because I remember loving the first half and then just feeling like it took me forever to read. I think it took me like a month to read just because I could not get into it after the first half. Like the second half, I just wasn't there for it. So I will reread that because I think I would give it a higher rating if I read it not in a major slump because that was like the worst slump I've been in. So don't come at me for Shatter Me. I wouldn't even include it, but it said books. So Jungle Book would be the first worst. Um, what is a terrible ending that ruined an otherwise quality book? Um, I haven't really read any books that I like absolutely hated the ending. The Perfect Marriage, I read that. I'm just gonna say I know a lot of people did hate the ending of the book. I thought it was great. But I know a lot of people said that book was ruined for them because of the ending. Um, there was. So then she was gone. The ending was okay, but I expected and wanted more. So I guess I'll pick that one. Um, because yeah, I felt like if there's like, I don't know, it could have ended a lot differently and me like it better. But I didn't hate the book. Like it was fine, but I would have liked it better if it ended better. Which fictional character do you wish was not killed off? Or character? Okay, it says character or characters. So I'm gonna go to Harry Potter. Spoilers. If you haven't watched them and are watching them, please don't listen to this part. Fred, Fred, because I feel bad for George, and Dobby. I think those two should have lived. And maybe one of like Lupin or Tonks. I feel like maybe one of them should have lived, but at least Fred and Dobby. Like I wish they wouldn't have. I mean, but I think that makes the story better in the sense that there is loss. Like, because I feel like a lot of books, like when there's a huge war, it's like no one dies, and it's a little like, oh. And Hunger Games, spoilers if you haven't watched all of Hunger Games, I wish they wouldn't have killed off Prim. I get the reason they did it, but I felt like, I mean, the whole series starts with Katniss goes to save Prim's life, and she still dies. That was horrible. And I get why they did it, but I wish they could have not done it. So I'll go with those. Ooh, that might have actually slightly ruined the Hunger Games series for me, that ending with her dying. So yeah, that ruined the quality just a little bit. Like I still like the books, but some. Okay, next question. What are some of your bookish pet peeves? When people bend the pages, like when they're reading to keep a spot, bothers me. When people lick their fingers to flip to the next page, bothers me, specifically when it's not their book. Like, that's someone else's. Don't do that. Those are like the big ones, like to actually taking care of the book. Um, yeah, those would probably be it. I thought I had a different one based off of like the writing or the story, but I can't think of it now. Okay. What are some, oh, would people only read like a few pages and then decide to do not finish? I understand. I'm all for not finishing a book if you don't like it. But give it, I don't even know about half, but like a third of the book. If it's a short book, just finish it. But like if it's a long book, you read a third of it, quarter if it's like really long, but a third of it if it's not like too long but kind of long. Like give it a chance, because like the book I'm reading right now, 600 pages. I'm 100 pages in. Not that much has happened. At first I was like, man, I'm not sure if I liking this. Get a little bit further and I'm like, okay, I don't want to quit reading this book. So I don't like when people, I think people need to make sure they're giving the book a long enough time to get good. Okay. Okay, what are some books you wish should, you think, you feel, trying to read the word exactly and putting words in my mouth, you feel should have more recognition? So, I usually read more popular books. I do read some non-popular. Um, the Elemental series as a kid, I think deserved more recognition. Um, Maze Runner. I mean, I know it's popular, but I think it should be more popular. And I'm trying to think, because I feel like I mostly read pretty popular books. So that's kind of my issue. But yeah, Elemental, probably the Land of Stories. Like, I think it kind of goes downhill, but I think the beginning's great. Yeah, the problem is I mostly read just popular books. Like, I'm trying to branch out, but I read what's recommended to me, and I usually read what I've been given because um I don't know, I feel like I just started having money to actually spend on books. Like I feel like I was always such a saver that I never really bought stuff. So I mostly just read books that are already popular, pretty popular. So I don't know if I have any. What are your thoughts on censoring, censorship, and banning books? Okay, I think I think I probably shouldn't answer that question. I feel like I'll tick people off no matter how I answer it. I think when you're a child, parents should have the say on what you can read or not. I think each parent should censor it how they want to. I know that could be an issue with I know in my sophomore year of high school, we had to pick a banned book and write about it and like explain why it was banned, if we think it should or should not be banned. I don't think books should ever be banned overall, like in schools necessarily or in other things, but I think if parents says not to read them, don't read them if you live under their roof and are a child and live under their roof. But anyways, they had a list and we had to pick from that list, and she was like, you have to tell me why you're picking the book you're picking, and it better not be because it's the shortest one. So when I picked, I go, she was like, okay, why did you pick this book out of any of the others? And I said, because my mom saw the list and she only approved of like 4 or 5 books out of these that I could read, which part of that was probably not even, I couldn't read it, but she was like, there was a couple that she was like, I don't care if you read, but you wouldn't like it. And then there was some she was like, okay, you can't read that, can't read that. Okay, I was 15. That's, she is my parent. I should listen. Now I've actually read a couple of the banned books that she didn't say I could read. So like in general, I get censoring to a certain, like if the parents are like, I don't want my child reading this, I think it can go overboard. That's why I think it's a very hot topic. I think it could go overboard with the parent being like, oh, they can't read this, this, or this. But I'm like, it is the parent. They are supposed to raise them. Do I think it's best? Probably not. Would I ban some of the books that other people ban? Probably not. But I think it should be up to the parent if they're a child, and I think that's the best I can give for an answer. Um, so the last one says, who do you tag, like, to do this? Um, Honestly, I think if you're watching this and you've gotten to the end, you probably have your answers to each of these, and if you do, you should comment down below so I tag all of you who've gotten to this point. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Bye!